Welcome to jQuery video series, and this is part 104, and today we are going to look at the outer height function. Alright, so before I jump into the code, I'm assuming that you're having a jQuery file in your project and you have added the reference of that into your head section, and you have also added some basic JavaScript code in order to execute our the jQuery instructions. So now let's look at the markup, which is pretty simple. All I have is one h2 tag and 4 paragraph tag, and I'm applying some basic styling over there. So I'm looking at the last one where the class is green, which means I'm applying a border of 5 pixel and the color as green. Pretty straightforward. Alright, so now we talk about the outer height. So outer height means, again, it has the capability of doing the get and set. So it can calculate the outer height for you, and you can also set the outer height for you. So what does the outer height mean? Outer height means it is going to sum up the height of an element, then padding top, padding bottom, okay, and the border top and border bottom. Now if this is new to you and you don't know the box model, then this is an obvious confusion for you. So let me break it down using a Firefox. So you can see that I have an element over here, right? So let me open up the Firebug so you can understand much better. So now looking at this, so you understand that in between I have an element. Outside I have a padding, and outside to that I have border. So basically what I'm doing is I'm calculating the element's height, which is 20 right now, padding top, which is this element, padding bottom, this element, border top and border bottom, border bottom. If I sum these 4 values, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, if I sum these 5 values, I get outer height. So you're getting element, padding top and bottom, and the border top and bottom as well. So this is pretty simple and straightforward. Now let's let the jQuery do the math for us. So now I want to find the outer height of an element. So in jQuery, how do we do that? There's a function outer height which helps you to calculate the value of the outer height, and it does all this math by itself. Alright, so if I'm looking at this element right now, okay, and if I tell me what is an outer height, then the answer is 20, 5 and 5. So total outer height is 30, because we are considering the border as well, and the padding is 0, so there's nothing to worry. So let's do the refresh. We should get 30. Yeah, that's perfect, right? 5, 20, 5, 25, and then 5, which is 30. Pretty cool. Next, let's apply a padding at the top. Now let's apply padding everywhere. Well, anyways, we are not going to consider the left and right, so we are adding a padding or 10 and 10 at the top. So now my outer height should be 50. Let's do the refresh. So it's 50. So you can see 5 and 10, 15, 15 and 20, 35, 35 and 10, 45, and 45 and 5, 50. So that's your outer height. So I hope you got the idea how the outer height actually works. Now over here again, you can set the outer height using this outer height function, where you need to specify a selector of whom you're setting an outer height. So let's say you're setting as 200 pixel, so you can set it like that, or you can set it like this. It can be integer, or it can be a string, but when you specify a string, you must specify the the dimensions. Now the homework for you is, I want you, when you're setting this, I want you to set the padding and border as something different and see the value, what it shows in the browser. And in case if you run into any problems, then let me know via comments. I'll be happy to help you for sure. And once again, thank you for your time on this, and thank you for listening to me. Up next, we're going to start with position.